Want to move to Bali in 2021 but don't really know how and need tips? Well, you're in the right place, so keep on watching.
Wanna see the what I got a feeling. You never chase some money, just a feeling. Never catching flights in all these feelings. All these feelings and flight.
Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Welcome back. My name is Amina and I've been living out here in Bali for the past year and a half. It's been the best year and a half of my entire life, and this place is honestly a paradise. Moving to Bali has honestly been the best decision I've ever made. Oh my god, there's so many bird flies. Like I said, it's been the best decision I've made, and I would not live anywhere else in the world right now. And trust me, you can move to Bali. It's not as hard as it seems. It seemed impossible to me, but here I am. I'm here in this little cabana in my 4-bedroom villa. It's a beautiful day outside. The sky is blue. It is 3 o'clock and actually we've just gone into a lockdown. I do want to say that the rules here change all the time. Sometimes they're so hard to keep up with. We just go along with it. Regulations get changed, announced, cancelled, announced again, cancelled again. So unless you live here or unless you've got somebody that lives here, it's impossible to know what's actually going on. Today is July 3rd, and as of this morning, Bali's gone into a 2-week lockdown. Still don't know what that means. Still don't fully know what's going on. Restaurants are open for takeaway. Supermarkets are open until 8. There's obviously a curfew. The beaches are closed. And this is the second lockdown in 2 years. We only had a lockdown last year, and it lasted about 2 weeks. And never had a lockdown since. So now that the world is going back to normal, we're going into lockdown. Nobody knew that this was coming. And until today, I actually still don't believe that this is gonna last 2 weeks. But regardless of what's going on with the lockdown right now, you can still come into the country, and you have actually been able to for the past probably 5 months. Most people don't know that you can come into the country as a tourist because you actually can't. You can't be a tourist and arrive and walk in without a visa like you could before. However, there's a way to get into the country, and that is by getting a business visa, which is available for 2 months and then 4 months after the 2 months by renewing it a month at a time. The cost of that visa is about £270 if you are okay with waiting for 14 working days, and it's about £490 if you want to get it in 2-3 working days. Everyone's agency will probably offer a different price, but that is just for you to kind of have a number in your mind. The way to find a visa agent is probably through Facebook groups or Google. However, I will warn you that there are a lot of scammers these days. You have to be very careful when you find a visa agent. You have to make sure they're reliable, and most of the time you will probably ask someone in a Facebook group who's just recently come in what agency they used. I do know an agent that is extremely reliable because I've been working with them and doing my own visa through them for the last almost 2 years. And if you want their contact, make sure to message me on Instagram. I will not be putting their number here just because I don't want her to get spammed with messages. It's her private number, and if you're actually genuinely interested in coming to Bali, I will send you her number. The one thing I do know is that her prices are actually better than most agencies, and obviously she is reliable. She's been doing my visa and my friends' visa. She helped my friends set up a company here and do all of that, which takes a lot of work and a lot of time, so I trust her. That being said, she'll also tell you about the quarantine, and I am telling you, rules are changing all the time. Right now, you cannot fly into Bali because the quarantine is in Jakarta, the capital. So do not book your flight to Bali, and do not book it from Jakarta to Bali. Just book your whole flight until Jakarta. When you land there, you're going to be in a 5-day quarantine. As of now, it is 5 days. But again, you will probably need to ask the agent before booking your flight if the regulations are still the same, just because they change all the time. The quarantine is at your own cost. And from what I heard, you can actually book your hotel before arriving, so you know where you're staying. Or if you don't, you can probably book it as soon as you get there. The quarantine is 5 days. You will need to do several tests, and that's why you shouldn't book your flight to Bali in case your results come back positive, or in case your test results take longer. The flights are going to Jakarta all the time, so there isn't a necessity to book it right away. You can book it when you land there, when you talk to the officials, know the times of your tests, and when you know what time your test results are going to come back. So the quarantine is absolutely mandatory. There is no way to escape the quarantine. Obviously, you have to do it, and it's at your own cost. From what I heard, it's actually about $50 a night per room, which is not bad at all. You can probably choose a more expensive option because they do have nicer hotels available. Don't know if you can order food in or not. I know the food is included, but I know that it's not great. So you'll probably have to see and again talk to your hotel and see if they'll let you order food in. Those are just minor details that I'm letting you guys know just in case. After you arrive in Bali, the job is pretty much done. You have moved, you have arrived, and it's honestly going to be an amazing feeling. You will be in paradise. If you follow me on Instagram, you know what Bali life looks like. You know how amazing it is, and you know why I've been here for so long. We need more people to come out, so if you do want to move to Bali, you want to change your life, you want to try something new, Bali is the place. Before arriving here, you will probably also need to book an accommodation, but you don't have to. The way that a lot of people have been doing it nowadays is that they would book a hotel as they actually arrive. While they stay in a hotel, they look for long-term accommodation. So I live in a villa. The way we found this villa was through Facebook groups. I'll put some names of Facebook groups where you can look for accommodation. The prices on Facebook are usually actually better than both Airbnb and booking.com. You can get better deals. You can schedule your viewings for the villa. It will be probably better for you to view villas in person just because you can actually see how new the villa is, how well it's been taken care of, because sometimes the photos look good but then in person it isn't. The prices are a lot lower if you just come and negotiate, view in person. The prices have been dropped. You can find a 3-bedroom villa for about £750, which is a grand, 1,000 US dollars, and that is everything included: electricity, cleaning, water, pool maintenance if there's a pool. You don't have to stay at a villa if you come. You can also stay at a hotel, you can stay at a guest house. Guest houses are extremely cheap. You can get a room in a nice guest house that has a shared pool and a shared kitchen for maybe £300 or even less. Probably 250 is where like a lot of guest houses are right now. You can get really nice accommodation for cheaper prices, and then you can also give back to the community by volunteering, by doing beach cleanups, by going to orphanages and going to villages. There's a lot of organizations that collect money and bring people in the north food, because people here have been struggling, and that is why it's important to have people come back in. So the Indonesian Tourism Board has actually been working with one of my favorite beach clubs called Fins and trying to get people back to Bali by launching these vouchers. I'll put the link in the description box down below. It's available for years after you purchase it. So even if you don't come to Bali in 2021, you can come later on and you get to spend 3 times more than you actually paid. You gotta look on the website for everything that's included. It's not only Fins Beach Club, it's also the accommodation, the resorts, the activities. It's a really cool voucher if you're planning to come and you want to make sure that you stay and have an amazing experience for a lower price. Your monthly spendings here in Bali will obviously vary. I'll be posting a video on my YouTube channel next week, so make sure to subscribe, about the exact amount of money that I spend monthly here, but you can budget and you can probably spend about £500 here a month if you stay in a guest house or if you share accommodation with somebody. Obviously it really depends on your lifestyle, so it's very hard to say, but what I did before coming here is actually I went on Instagram of all the cafes, the restaurants, looked at prices and actually calculated how much I would spend on food and drinks monthly. That was a really good way to help me see a number and know in my mind how much I need. The cost of bikes right now has also gone down. It's about £50 a month for a really nice bike. The gas is really, really cheap. If you eat locally, it's also a lot cheaper. I think that's really about it. All the information that you need will be in the description box down below. If you really do want to come to Bali, shoot me a message. Make sure to subscribe to this channel and click the bell so you're notified when the next video is up. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and I hope to see you out here in Bali.
My soul's been calling me for something more. I think I need a change. I hear you calling. I never pick up the phone. No pocket dialing. Leave a voicemail at the tone. I hear you calling.